I'm gonna try to make this video quick because I gotta get out of here by 7. I've never made a video directly addressing my good friend Triple Q, and I've made, other videos directed towards different people. I'm gonna make this video towards Triple Q right now because the dude started off as kind of a troll, but I've noticed his energy has amplified to the point to where he really believes a lot of the shit that he's saying. When I first met the dude many years ago, this was back when we both played Pirate 101, he would complain to me that, he doesn't like women because of how his mother and his sister treat him. Now, he since has retconned this story into, I don't like women because they reward guys like you. He's talking to me because they reward guys like you and not guys like me, talking about himself. Here's my message to you, Triple Q. The cattle orcs like to deny that the rules of the universe apply to themselves. They'll sit around bitching and complaining that women are naturally, universally attracted to men that do what they want. What is a basic rule of natural law? Do what thou wilt. Okay? A human being that understands they have free will and uses their free will to do what they want, they're going to naturally get the rewards of the universe. It's just how it is. You're angry that women are naturally attracted to men who do what they want. Humans that have the strongest energy, that pursue their dreams, that do what they desire, irrespective of what other people think. You don't like that women are attracted to this. You think women should be attracted to a guy like you who does what other people tell him to do because he's docile, has passive energy, and isn't interested in pursuing what he desires. Here's my message to you. The people who rule over you, the people who decide the rules for you to follow, they have mastered natural law. Okay? These rules are put in place so that people like you who are too weak to see what's going on, so y'all obey the rules set in place for you to follow, so you never pursue what it is you desire. As a result, you naturally have issues with women that men like me just don't have, okay? Women treat me very well. You've made comments talking about how you're going to oppose the universe, you're going to oppose the source, you're going to oppose natural law. You can see how that's working out for you. You can do whatever you want. If you want to be like everybody else and thinks that the laws of the universe don't apply to him, you can continue to think that and you can continue to get the results that you're getting. Or you can observe the universe around you and stop to think, damn, the people who rule over me, they tell me these rules, they tell me these laws, but then they themselves don't follow any of that. They themselves get rewarded for disobeying the law of man. They themselves get rewarded for doing what they want and naturally pursuing their natural desires. I made a post a couple of hours ago telling people that instead of suppressing your natural thoughts, because that's what the laws of society and the rules of society do. Shout out to the boy Moo Goblin. Before I kicked him out of my server, he said something genius. Your first thoughts when somebody is fucking with you are thoughts of vengeance. It's natural for you to want to retaliate if somebody's doing something to you. But the laws of society, religion, and the rules of etiquette, they train you to think you should turn the other cheek, that you should forgive people, that you shouldn't retaliate. Rules of docility. Rules intended to make you docile. That's just one example of a natural thought that you've been trained to suppress. Nobody ever tells you to stop and think, why do I have these natural thoughts in the first place? They tell you, don't do that. God doesn't like it. Or they tell you, don't do that because people don't like it and you'll become unpopular. Or they tell you, don't do that or you'll get kicked from the server. Or they'll tell you, don't do that or you'll get fired. They never stop. They never tell you to stop and think, why do I have these thoughts? Why do I have these vengeful thoughts? Why do I have these lustful thoughts? Why am I naturally attracted to things that society is telling me that I shouldn't be attracted to? Now, this is why I always say women are the gatekeepers. Because women have mastered pursuing what they naturally desire in secret in a way to where most men still are actually listening to what women tell them. Oh yeah, I would never go for a guy 10 years older than me. That's way too old. And then, listen, man, the men that are getting busy, the men that get it, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And to be fair, some women do stop and think, why am I naturally attracted to older guys? I must have daddy issues. So, unlike a lot of men, women at least kind of try to figure out why they have the natural thoughts that they have. A lot of men like Triple Q, they just never focus on those thoughts. But you have to focus on those thoughts. Because I'm going to tell you guys something, right? The longer you suppress what you naturally desire, the stronger it is when it finally comes out into fruition. Physical manifestation is the final step. Hopefully YouTube doesn't take this video down for what I'm about to say, but the school shooters, those are people who suppressed their natural rage for retaliation for years, sometimes decades. And then when it finally physically manifested, boy did it manifest. Okay? The longer you suppress what you desire, the stronger it's going to be when it comes out. And I just had a situation 2 days ago. Oh man. I'm not going to go into details about what happened there, but inexperienced chicks. See, this. Let me just clarify something, right? I'm not telling anybody to marry a town whore. That's not what I'm insinuating when I'm about to say what I'm about to say. But a lot of guys make the mistake of thinking, I'll just find an inexperienced woman, and because she's never been a whore, she's going to be loyal to me forever. That's not how that works. If you're not that guy, listen, right? Women know who they want to be with. Women know who they want to have children with, okay? What will usually happen, a lot of chicks will suppress what they really desire. So instead of marrying the guy they actually want, they'll marry the person who they're told that they should marry. The person that has the money, the person that has the status, the person who's a good family man. But understand something. What you naturally desire will eventually come out. And if you suppress it for decades, it will come out stronger than ever sooner or later. A lot of guys learn this the hard way. Their wife will find the dude that they really fucking want, and marriage is not going to stop them from acting on their natural desires if they believe they can do it and there's a chance they can get away with it without you finding out. So, and men that get it, they experience this regularly. Now, a lot of women are bold and they just don't tell you that they're married and they don't tell you that they have boyfriends. You usually find out later when some angry guy slides in your DMs. But Triple Q, man, let me get back to you. Instead of being angry at the universe, sit down and meditate. Instead of being angry that guys like me get rewarded by the universe for disobeying the rules of society that you have been trained to follow, maybe sit down and ask why. Why is it that this guy disobeys all the rules of society, he gets rewarded? Really just sit down and think about that. You've quoted some stuff that some Pirate 101 people have said. I want you to ask yourself something. Your friends stalk my profiles. They see who mostly follows me. It's mostly females, right? I'm talking outside of YouTube, I'm talking my other social media pages. I know they stalk my profiles. I see the messages in your Discord, okay? There's no honor among thieves. You people will all turn on each other if the price is right. I'm not paying anybody anything, okay? But if these people believe they can get a little bit of daddy's attention, they show the messages. Is what it is, right? But they tell you who follows my profiles. They tell you the age range of the people who follow my profiles. I'm not sending people pictures like that. I barely take pictures. It seems like I take a lot of pictures because, you know, I'll usually have a different picture for my social media profiles, but my favorite one is this. And the whole reason I took this picture where I'm like flexing on the beach, the one y'all see is my Discord and TikTok picture. The whole reason I took that picture is because one day I got into an argument with some fucking internet nerds and I proved them wrong. It was like me versus 20 of these guys. So I took a picture like, yeah, I'm flexing on these fuckers. But instead of getting angry at women for naturally going for men that get it, sit down and ask yourself, why do they seem to all go for the guy who's been exposed, as you said, right? I've been exposed, quote unquote, for all kinds of shit, and I don't really hide what one dude was trying to explain to me that I should treat people that got mental diseases the same as normal people. So I said something along the lines of, yeah, I'm not treating people that got parts of their brain missing the same as somebody who has a fully functioning brain. And then he called me the A word, ableist, albiest, however the fuck you say it. Why are women attracted to that? I don't try to play by the rules of society. I don't care if I get labeled as an ableist. I'm not treating somebody, and you guys are doing, like, y'all are not treating somebody who's mental the same as somebody who's normal, but the difference is y'all try to put on this facade like y'all are. I don't. But instead of getting angry at that triple Q, I want you to sit down and I want you to meditate and stop to think, why are women naturally attracted to men who are doing what they want? Don't get angry at women anymore. And that's not me giving you an order. You can do whatever the fuck you want. This is just friendly advice. Don't get angry at women anymore. Sit down, meditate, think, and try to figure out why they are the way they are. Don't get angry at the universe. Don't get angry at nature for rewarding men like me who get it. Sit down and think about, why is it that men who do what they want get rewarded by the universe? Sit down and think about it and think, why do men who get it get rewarded by the universe? Sit down and think about it. Think about, why is it that men who disobey the laws of morality but only follow the laws of nature, why do they rule the world? Why are they your bosses? Why do they get success? And why do guys like you, no life of video games, spend thousands of it just to be worse than guys like me who get it, who spend 1/10 the time and the money on the same video games? Now, here's what I'm predicting. You're going to see this video because you watch all my videos. You watch all my videos obsessively. You really are like the real life Zamasu. Because what did Zamasu do after Goku beat him? He went on fucking, he went and stalked the guy on TV. He stalked the dude's channel. You really are the real life Zamasu. But unfortunately for you, Triple Q, to quote Achilles Davenport, life is not a fairy tale and there are no happy endings. You're not going to have Zeno called to nuke the whole multiverse. You don't have a Zeno button. That's the difference. So you are the real life Zamasu, but you won't get Zamasu results because this is real life. This ain't a fucking cartoon show. You're not going to nuke the multiverse. You're not going to nuke nature. You can continue to live in opposition of what is natural like all the other cattle orcs are doing, or you can sit down and just really fucking think about it. Why do you get the results that you get, and why do I get the results that I get? You can really sit down and think about it and get with the program. Damn. If I learn how the universe works, if I understand what is natural and just focus on what is natural, I won't hate women anymore? Damn, maybe I should do that. But I know you, Triple Q, you're gonna type a comment about how you're the Zamasu and you're the hero of the story and how nature is evil and how nature has been destroyed. There was a person who tried to oppose nature, who tried to oppose the natural laws of the universe. That person was named God. Look what happened to God. In every religion around the world, God dies. God doesn't outlive the people that disobey God's religion. That should tell you everything you need to know. Anyways, my inner voice is telling me I've said enough. It's 6:50. I gotta be out of here by 7. So I'm gonna upload this. Triple Q. I know you're going to hear this video because, again, you watch all my videos, right? Really just think about what I said. It is good that you're expressing your anger because your anger won't come out later while it's been suppressed. But the other natural desires that you have that you're pretending like you don't have, you're suppressing those to fit in with the cattle orcs. Those are going to come out sooner or later. And when it does, I mean, you quote the Mason guy. Ask Mason, why did he make Logan a moderator when Logan is 100% guilty of the shit Mason accuses me of doing? I actually got a video. That video was still public. I didn't make it private. I kept it public for a reason. What Logan naturally desired eventually came out despite him suppressing it for 20 years and accusing other people of doing this shit. Ask Mason why he made that guy a moderator if he's so opposed to it. Or you can instead sit down with Mason, have a one-on-one conversation. Now, I'm not talking about the Mason I'm friends with, by the way. This is a different Mason for those of y'all who have been following the channel. Or you can sit down with Mason and just ask him one-on-one on some man shit. You pretend like you got a problem with this, but why did you make a guy a moderator who's guilty of what you're accusing Chris of? What's going on, man? I know you're not going to do that, but it's something that you should do. Sit down and think about why you have the desires that you have, why you're so angry. Just sit down and just really think, why do you have those natural thoughts? When you focus on the why, and when you understand why you have the thoughts that you have, then you can begin to accept that certain thoughts are natural, and you can begin to find your balance, and you can begin to get rewarded like guys like me who get it. If you don't want to do that, keep trying to destroy the source, as you said in your words. Keep trying to destroy the universe, keep trying to destroy nature, continue to get the results that you're getting, where you hate women because of how your mom and sister treat you. Continue to hang around those people because you're afraid to leave, because in your own words, you can't defend yourself. You can always learn how to defend yourself, but why would you do that, right? Why would you take responsibility for the life that you have? You can continue to hate women because they reward guys like me who get it. Or you can get in line and you can understand the laws of the universe. You can understand natural law and you can reap the rewards as well. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I might go live next week. Haven't decided yet. But whenever I decide to talk to y'all again, that's when I'll see y'all again. Peace. Shout out to Triple Q, my #1 troll.